Okay, I'm live. So basically, today what I'm going to talk about is hopefully y'all can hear me. This dude from I love Amazon, but no, the packaging they sent me. And see, the reason why I call it gang stalking is because the other day on Twitter, I tweeted about this government official because this man was making a presentation. This Caucasian man was making a presentation and he was showing the effects on, the lockdown and stuff like that. And this man who looked like he was from Africa was saying basically he agreed with mandatory lockdown. And I made a probably an offensive remark to some people. And I said that this man looks like he's from Africa. No offense. He's I'm African descent too, okay? So I was like, yeah, if we keep going at this rate, we're gonna look like a third world country and everybody's going to be literally looking malnourished and barely can walk when they get out the house. I was just really kidding, but I was really kind of like serious at the same time. And so they brought this, I feel like they brought this young African American dude from Amazon because a lot of times when I mention specific demographics and races, they'll try to put those type of people in my face on purpose, like to see is like how am I to see how I'm gonna react. Which I'm not gonna react a specific way because you're a specific race. I'm only gonna act a specific way if you act a certain type of way. And I'm going to give people the demographics on who you are, such as your race. And so this dude delivered something to us from Amazon today, and I'm going to show you the package, how it looks. And this is why I call it gang stalking, okay? The package should not look like this. So just give me a second, because it's down here. And I'm feeling like, okay. So this is how the package came. My friend bought some foil because he's saying I'm always using the pots and I like to use foil. This how the package came, just like this. Okay? I'm not gonna show you the front because it has the address, but the front's fine. But this is how the package came, and if you can look, let me see. There's like even foot marks on it. Like I don't know if you can see that. It's hard to see, but there's little foot marks on it. This how the package came. Now, why shouldn't I believe that somebody? What you're either you're trying to see what's in the package, or you did something to the package. I don't want that, dude. You can take that back. It's gonna be pots in the sink because I'm not using that for it. I feel like people they're just doing this on purpose to make me mad because I said something about African people. So they brought a dude from African looking young male to deliver my stuff from Amazon. And he sent it like that. Looked like he put his feet all on it and a dog chewed it up while it was in the truck. And it was in a nice Amazon truck too. It wasn't in one of those unmarked looking cars or vans. So it's like, yeah, you want me to support African people and be like, get jobs and support us, which I used to be all about that. We need more jobs and stuff like that. But then when you get these jobs, you present stuff like that. You put your boots all on the product. The product looks chewed up. Like what type of people? There's a lot of people who would love to get a job at Amazon. There's a lot of people who would love to get a job at Amazon, and that's how you're presenting your thing as an African person. That's horrible. Like no, and the reason why people are mad about it is because look, I've literally noticed that more Caucasian people don't present themselves that way. I haven't seen it. If you've seen it, please provide the proof. Show us what you're talking about. See now, because those little cameras, the door cams, Those are perfect to show who delivered it, because that's where it's going. That's where it's getting to. Are they gonna stop doing that? Who delivered it? And I'm gonna show you how the package look, because you're not gonna keep bringing stuff to me looking like that. I don't. I've never delivered anything to anybody looking like. They said the package wasn't gonna be delivered, but it was delivered. I guess once he saw that he had ripped it up and put his feet all on it, that it wasn't deliverable. But they delivered it anyway. Why was it like that? You shouldn't have anything on the floor like that to where your feet stepping on it. That looked like he took it and he just started kicking at it and ripping at it because somebody said, "Oh yeah, she said something about African people yesterday." That was rude. If I were you, I would do something to her package. Okay, so I said something. Did you look at what I said? Did you understand where I was coming from? But yet you want me to look. African people ain't the nicest damn people. Sure, I'm African descent, but I'm gonna tell the truth about my true experiences. I have been bullied by African people too. And I will share that with you in another story. When I had to stay in a hotel, baby. And the next door neighbor, I think she African, but they switch people so often you can't tell who it is and what's going on over there. I'll tell you the story right now about the hotel. So my friend told me, I was in the process of moving or trying to figure out what I'm gonna do. Okay, so I stayed at the Marriott. He had some points where I could stay at the Marriott. This is by Harley Davidson, so this is supposed to be a nice place for me to stay. Okay, I have a lot of hotel, motel bad experiences, and the lady asked me, "How many people is it gonna be? Like, whose business is it? This is a two-bedroom." He has points for a two-bedroom. I got a two-bedroom. It doesn't matter as long as I don't have more than two people. What does it matter to you? Get the towels, do whatever you got to do. So I was feeling sick at this time. That's why I had a friend with me. So they were in one bed, I was in another bed. They left the next day. I put the temperature to a certain temperature, and then certain temperatures I will never put my thermometer at when I'm in the room. When I came back, that door was cracked to where it wouldn't close all the way. And then also the thermometer was at 66, which I wouldn't put my fucking thermometer. I'm trying not to cuss on YouTube. I wouldn't put my thermometer on 66. So I said, "Did anybody go in there?" They said no. And housekeeping hadn't showed that they'd been there because there wasn't new towels, nothing looked neat, nothing. But the door was cracked to where it couldn't close all the way anymore. Like people could literally peek in there now, and the thermometer had changed. And also, when I tried to go to sleep, I couldn't sleep because it felt like they didn't spray the disease on the bed or they put something on the bed. It made my body feel completely uncomfortable. So I went down to the young African girl who had a fade and was thick, and I was like, can I get a new room? And so she was like, "Sure, you can get a new room." So she gives me a new room. I go to the new room and it's on a floor where they're doing maintenance. There's like dust everywhere, the concrete, and nobody else is on that floor. But she gave me a room on that floor where they were doing nothing but construction. So I'm thinking, like how I think, oh, she tried to get me killed or something. Like, why would you put me on a floor where they're doing construction? Nobody else is on this floor. Like, what type of person is she? So I went back. I said, "I want to talk to your manager." I talked to the manager. I told her everything that I just told y'all. And she said, "Okay, well, we'll deal with it." And she gave me a room, like a master's room. It was nice, and where I could look outside the window and where I could see my vehicle because every time I would feel like every time I would try to look outside at my vehicle, it looked like something was moved in my literal car. And it looked like they had a van parked right next to my vehicle the whole time. Like, so now I could look outside and see everything, and I felt much better, and I didn't feel funny in the bed. It didn't feel like they sprayed something on there or whatever. So it's just like These people, they'll do weird stuff to you if you let them. It's not, it's like when I say something about people, like I start thinking about all the stories I've ever had with those, with anybody of that ethnicity or something like that. It's not that I'm just saying, oh, those people in general. I'm thinking of like all the stories and everything that I've been through. So yeah, that's what happened to me. And I mean, am I wrong? Am I wrong for thinking the way that I'm thinking? And then she just kept asking me, is somebody else gonna be in there? Like, because she wanted to see if I was gonna be alone so she could attack me more. Why would you do that to me? I don't know you, you don't know me. I clearly could tell she was African. Why are you trying to put me on that floor? Why would you do that to me? And it seemed like they were trying to have people break into my car the whole time. And this is supposed to be at a nice place, like a Marriott. But I could tell it wasn't as nice as, like, because I could tell the Caucasian people that, they look like business people, but they looked more like middle class. It didn't seem like people like high up were really trying to be there because they probably heard reviews of it, and I was probably just experiencing some of the bad parts of what those people saw, which was why those type of people weren't there. So anyway, I just wanted to come on here and show that package and how it's ripped up everywhere. It's ripped up. It's somebody that walked all on it with their shoes and all that. I just wanted to show you how they delivered this package. But they want you to automatically say give to black businesses, give to African businesses. And this how some African looking man delivered my stuff, some young African man. But you want me to support this type of business. Okay? No, I'm not doing it. I'll support you when you do the right thing and when you look good on the job. I'll support you. But if you start sending me packages like that because you're upset that I had an opinion about somebody who was in your ethnicity group, there's nothing that I could do. If I was mad at everybody who had an opinion about black people, African Americans, then I would just be treating everybody like trash. I would literally be, but I don't. When I worked in the industries that I worked in, I would have a pile of complaints, but I don't. I don't get complaints like that. Out of my whole working life, I've had two complaints which were completely invalid. So one lady was mad because I didn't give her a penny back, and lady was mad because I didn't give her a receipt. So, which I dealt with all that. I gave her her penny, and I went and got the receipt for the lady. So, okay. So they're gonna. That's one thing that they do when they're targeting you. If they know that you've been talking about a certain demographic, or you gave a story about somebody from a particular ethnicity group, you're not being racist, you're just telling the story. And then they'll start to try to bring people like that around you to like try to test you or see you're not gonna do anything to me. Because if you're a good person in that ethnicity group, I'm not gonna have a problem with you. But if you're a bad person and you're acting crazy and doing things like that type of delivery, then of course I'm gonna say something. Nothing's gonna change. I'm not going to be nicer to your ethnicity group because one person did something nice. I'm going to be nice to you. I'm going to say that you did good. But if the next person in your ethnicity group does something mess up, I'm going to say something about that person, and I'm still going to get the demographics on who they were. Like nothing's wrong with that, and that's literally basically how I was raised. When somebody that used to raise me would tell stories, or I would tell stories, they would always ask me, "Oh, well, what color were they?" And then it just became a habit for me to always mention, their ethnicity and like what age they are and like, what they look like. That just became normal. So it's not like a racist thing. It's more like a demographic thing. Just like when they have statistics on criminals and what criminals do, they get your age, your name, your race, your height, your picture, everything. But when I do it, it's being racist. So anyway, yeah, those people sent that delivery. I just wanted to show what I was going through and why I get frustrated at certain things. And it stems from something that I've said earlier that made these people upset. I had an opinion on something, on a tweet or something, and they got mad. So that's it. That's all I'm going to talk about on this video. In my next video, and by the way, I'm not trying to look cute. For anybody who thinks that, oh, that hairstyle isn't going to get it, I'm not trying to look cute, okay? But I don't think this hairstyle, I think it's unique, it's quirky, but I'm not going to say it's just, oh, it's got so much sex appeal. I'm not trying to do that. I'm tired and I'm just trying to make it through. And you'll know the difference when I'm trying. So, not that anything's horrible about this hairstyle. It's just that no, I'm not really just trying to meet the love of my life right now and be like, oh, look at me, aren't I gorgeous? I wouldn't really want to start with this hairstyle, but yeah. So just to let people know. And I'm gonna probably make another video today, and it's going to be on noise harassment because I've been wanting to make this video for a couple of days. But since this just came at me, I decided to talk about this. So thank you guys for listening, and I also have a another video about the veggie Jess where I'm showing actual proof of all the things that I was talking about. If you want to check that out, I haven't uploaded it yet, but just be looking forward to that. Okay, guys. See y'all later.